Hi, everybody. I'm Leo.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
This
Okay.
Is, no, I got this. I'm Leo. This is Adam. This is our first test run of our Nerdgasm podcast. Adam came up with the name.
Yeah, I totally came up with that name.
I thought it was a little much, but we're gonna talk about Ghostbusters now. That's what we're gonna do.
So this is a pilot podcast where we're probably gonna just talk about geek stuff, nerdy stuff, video games, movies, stuff that we grew up with that are being redone because that's the current trend in Hollywood. We take stuff that was cool in the 80s and the 70s and we redo it for shit now. Because why the fuck not? So, clearly since Ghostbusters trailer came out this week and everyone in creation is talking about the Ghostbusters trailer.
Talking good things.
Yes,
Really good things.
totally positive things. We're going to talk about the Ghostbusters trailer. First, I'm going to say this up front. It's not.
I hate women.
Yes,
I hate them.
It's the women's fault.
The fact that it's all women seriously pisses me off.
Uh,
What's the blowjob ghost gonna blow when it shows up? Seriously, who are you gonna blow? No one. End of movie. Right there.
You could blow Thor.
Which actually, that's another point that I want to go back to eventually.
But,
once we get to
oh yeah,
the,
no. It's like the reason why the new trailer is, it's not because it's an all-female cast. All-female cast has nothing to do with it. Personally, I was like, all right, cool. Let's do an all-female cast movie. That could be cool. I like Kristen Wiig. I could care less about Melissa McCartney because she's basically trying to be femme Chris Farley, and it's just not funny to me at all. She could be talented, but it's just Bridesmaids. I saw her in; she was all right, but she just doesn't strike it for me. That's just me. Kate McKinnon looks like she's gonna have the most charisma in the movie, so she could be fun. And then Leslie Jones is her name. Yes, I was right. Leslie Jones, the current stereotypical black woman in the trailer. I don't want you to play. So yeah, that's a thing where we're gonna be progressive, but we're going to make a very cliche black woman role. And no, it's not right. I'm not saying the movie's racist. I'm just saying it's kind of disappointing. For me personally.
Yeah. I mean, like, Adam and I are basically, we're in 100% agreement with everything. So, I feel like, Sony hasn't learned from their past mistakes with, like, Spider-Man. They didn't know how to market it. So,
right.
They went through all those trials and tribulations. And they knew how much flack this movie was getting since its inception.
Yeah, they don't
and
pay attention.
they had to really get their put their best foot forward with this one, and I feel like they stumbled significantly.
God, no.
And again, it's not because it's all women. I also have to say off the bat, I'm not really familiar with any of their work. I know of Melissa McCartney.
She's Jenny McCarthy's cousin.
Yes,
so.
yeah. I've seen clips of her movies and stuff before, and like Adam said, I agree. I feel like she's a female Chris Farley
That's what
wannabe.
she's trying to do.
And that was really, if she had her career in the early to mid '90s, she'd probably be huge.
Yeah.
With like Adam Sandler and everybody. But this day and age, I feel like comedy's evolved a little, or
Yeah.
well, hopefully it's evolved. So, I wanna be semi hopeful for this movie. The thing is, I go by my gut instinct, and the minute I heard that this movie was being made with all female cast members, again, the female thing didn't upset me, but bells went off in my head because it was Sony Pictures. They were trying to make a third Ghostbuster movie, whether it's a sequel or reboot or whatever, for like 20-something years, almost 30 years, and nothing could get off the ground. It's now 2016. Somebody must have been like, all women. Okay. Oh yeah, that would be marketable.
Well,
and
what
all this
it
other
was
bullshit.
is it's like it's kind of a brilliant move on their part because of the current social climate where it's like, all right, if you bash the movie, you're immediately going to be labeled as sexist. If you defend the movie, you're going to be immediately labeled as a jackass. Yeah. For the most part, it's just like you can't. It's like you're either going to defend the movie because it's all female, so you're going to say, oh, the movie's fine because you just don't like it because it's all women. It's like, no, that has actual flaws. But it's all because it's women, so you're sexist. It's like, no, That's not the point. So they basically created a freaking white knight shielding around this movie, where it's like anyone that criticizes it, you're gonna see those comments of like, "Oh, you're sexist." And I've already seen a lot of the comments on the trailer. Like when the trailer came out, it's like I'm looking at the official Sony. Here, I have it up because we want to do a comparison between this one and the original Ghostbusters trailer. And the original one's so much better. Not just because fans, but just watching it. We'll go into that and why it is. But just looking at it, okay, so it has over 18 million views, right? So it has 160,000 likes and 320,000 dislikes. No one likes this movie. Feminists probably like this movie.
Bots too. You have to keep in mind.
Yeah, bots are.
Bots.
You know, and it's like, again, like I was talking with a lot of friends. This is a movie, if I disconnected myself, I could enjoy it. I'm not saying I couldn't enjoy the movie. Like, this can't be a fun movie. It might be a fun movie. It looks like it could be a fun movie. And I'll probably end up seeing it. Nothing wrong with that. But looking at the original Ghostbusters movie and how it was handled, I'm not the target audience for this movie. Which it's sad. You know, other people are going to enjoy it. And that's totally fine with them. And with me and whatnot. But for me, it's just, it's just not my target audience. I can see it and I can enjoy it. Like, I've seen stupid movies. Spider-Man 3 was god-awful, but I actually kind of enjoyed it. I just won't defend it as it was, like, a good movie. I'm like, oh, I kind of enjoyed it, because I could just take a break from life and just watch stupid shit. But this movie, like, when you watch the original Ghostbusters trailer, it starts up with kind of suspense, and it's not just straight, hi, we're a comedy, we're making a typical, you know, when you see movie seasons and whenever you see a comedy, you're like, oh, you're a comedy, so you're not going to be taken seriously at all, because it's just like you're going there for stupid laughs. That's fine, but it's not intelligent comedy. I don't want unintelligent comedy. I want smart, like, jokes and shit like that. So when you watch the original trailer, it starts off with the scene in the library and the librarian, and it's talking about the ghost, and you see all the librarian cards, like, flying out, and you don't even see the ghost at first. You only see a ghost in the original trailer, and it's such a white blur. It's like, oh shit, there's paranormal activity going on. That's kind of intense and a real thing, and not really a joke, you know? And
they built tension and ambiance and atmosphere.
Right.
That's what they did.
And then comparative
Subtlety.
with the new trailer, which kind of starts out the same way, where it's like you're in the library, but you full blast see the ghost.
Is there. It pukes.
There's more talking in the new trailer as opposed to the original trailer. The original trailer built up the full suspense, like Leo said, and the ambiance and the atmosphere and all that stuff. Like, you could see, yeah, there was some jokes there. There was some funny jokes. You know, there was some, like, Egon explaining, here's the situation, and this is why it's bad, and then, like, Venkman's like, yeah, so thanks for the warning. And moving, like, nonchalant. It was kind of funny. You know, the new trailer, I might have smirked here and there, but nothing made me go, wow, that was kind of a smart joke. A lot of it's like, oh no, Kristen Wiig got slimed, and it's in all of her cracks, and it's hard to get out.
Yeah, I mean, like, basically, like with what Adam said about how them targeting, like, demographics and stuff, I feel like that's the mistake, is that they were focusing on that instead of telling an actual good story and having a script. When the original Ghostbusters film was created, Dan Aykroyd had a script that apparently, I don't know if you know this, but Ivan Reitman said that it was like a phone book. And it was actually ridiculously over the top and crazy. Yeah. And they were going in and out of space and time and everything like that. And they're like, okay, let's just strip this away and bring it to modern day New York. The thing is, like, it was Dan Aykroyd's, like, passion for, like, years and years and stuff. Before he got it made and after he got it made, it's his baby. So, like, that passion and care and love went into the movie. Like, a lot of things just lined up perfectly. Like, that cast had impeccable chemistry. Impeccable. They've worked together for a number of years. I believe, even though Harold Ramis was on, oh my god, the name of, it was the Canadian SNL. Oh shit, it's on the tip of my tongue. Anyways, it was him and Rick Moranis were on that. And I think that they traveled in the same circles. I mean, I guess they had to have, because Ramis and Aykroyd wrote the script together. But just like I said, a lot of things just lined up and made that movie a success. And I feel like they're just trying to cash in on a franchise. They're trying to make...
They're cashing in.
Yeah, exactly. Make a big
That's
blockbuster budget movie.
You can tell the difference between a passion movie and a movie made for money.
Yeah. This
looks like a movie made for money. And again, just consistently have to reiterate, it has nothing to do with the female cast. It could be, if the story in the trailer looked like it had passion with the all-female cast, awesome. totally fine. But this one, it was bright neon glowing ghosts. You see pretty much every ghost in the trailer. So it's like, we're not going to build suspense. We're going to show you everything. And it's just, a lot of the jokes didn't hit. It wasn't funny. You know, now for the people who weren't, I think this is going to appeal more to the people who are not original fans of the Ghostbusters franchise, because I don't see the passion they're not going to compare it to. And that's fine. You know, that's totally fine. This will be a Ghostbusters movie for them. But it's not going to be a Ghostbusters movie for everyone else who made this movie happen. Because let's be honest, if it wasn't for the original fan base of Ghostbusters keeping this thing alive, they would never have made this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's been a desire, an outcry for Ghostbusters 3 that Bill Murray just said, screw you, not going to happen because I'm Bill Murray. You know, and so that's the only reason this happened, was because fans wanted a new Ghostbusters, and so they made this to like make money off of it. And
It's gonna bite him in the ass, though.
we'll see, because you know there's a good amount of people that this might
Yeah,
appeal to.
I mean,
And like I said, I could possibly enjoy the movie. Nothing against the movie. It's only a trailer,
yeah.
so it's very hard to see what the movie's going to be like, because you're only going to see what they want you to see. My main issues with this whole trailer, it's like they're trying to be progressive. And yes, I do agree, women in Hollywood are treated like shit the same way with minorities, and they're not getting a lot of movie roles. They're just not. So
And I feel like this is going to continue to hurt that because, well, let's say that the movie does go down the shitter. If it goes down the shitter, it's going to go down it because it's a bad movie that, again, was probably created with just trying to target demographics, and that's going to make it that much more difficult for females to get into starring
it's
serious
basically
roles.
going to say, hey, look, it didn't work.
Yeah.
And so
Let's not do it then.
Right.
That's
So
exactly how it
studios are
works.
going to be like, oh, look, well, we tried a female thing and it didn't work.
Yep.
Even though the females aren't the reason why the movie failed. The movie most likely will fail because it's just fun. It doesn't capture the original. It's basically, Angry Joe said it, and it was great. It's a
Do we
Melissa
have to link him now?
Yeah, I'll link him.
Okay, cool.
I'll link to Angry Joe's trailer reaction of this.
It was
Where
terrible.
he
much
was-
better
it
than
was-
this podcast.
Yes. Well, basically, he said it looked like a Melissa McCartney movie
Yeah.
with a Ghostbusters theme.
Yep.
It's like you take any generic comedy with the quirks and the timing and the pacing, and you slap Ghostbusters name on it and some neon CGI ghost, and you basically have the Ghostbusters trailer. And being progressive is great, but why did they make Leslie's character the stereotypical black sassy friend who's not educated? Now, according to like some things, there was some
rumors, I
It's
guess,
rumors. Well, I think there was like an official listing. I think the composer said it too. I forgot that said that Patty's actually a historian.
Yeah.
So so she's educated, but she's working MTA, which is the thing. You know, you could be college degree educated, but can't find a job, so you work elsewhere.
Yeah.
So she could know New York, not because she's an MTA employee, but because she's a historian. But this trailer doesn't paint that. This trailer paints, hey, I'm the sassy, cool black friend, and I know New York, but you educated women, I can show you how to live through the city and show you around things that you didn't know because I'm actually out in the streets. It's like, yeah, no, you guys are so close.
Constantly doing the no, you didn't.
Oh,
like,
God, yeah,
hand
I
gesturing.
know. It's like, please. It's like, but again, it's a trailer. We don't know how she is in the movie, but it just, it disappointed me seeing that. Like, Leslie Jones seems like a really good comedian and actress, like the rest of them do, but I was just like, "Ugh, really? You guys are so close. But it's like, the music was good. I like the remix of the original
that
song.
was cool.
That was cool, but it's just everything from the whole ghost possession, Melissa McCartney doing the stereotypical overdone head turning thing, and it's like,
Ooh,
yeah,
they
it's an
cringe so bad.
it's an exorcist thing. Yeah, that's great. I'm so happy. But yeah, it goes back to the idea of Hollywood making remakes and not knowing how to do it. And the movie is it's a clickbait trailer because it starts out.
Oh, that's the other thing that
Yeah,
really pissed me the
it
fuck
starts out saying, oh, 30 years ago, 4 scientists saved the city, and it shows you an image in the subway of a Ghostbusters painted thing on there, painted emblem. So it's basically suggesting that this is not a reboot. This is in fact a sequel to the original Ghostbuster movie, but it's not.
Nope.
They just threw that on there editing wise to capture people and make them think that it's a sequel. So it's not. It's false advertisement.
That's the other big issue I had is that, glad that you brought that up because I would have forgotten otherwise, is literally, I know everybody says this sort of thing about everything all the time, but you really, truly did not need to make a fucking reboot about Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters 2 wasn't the greatest movie in the world,
still
but it wasn't
enjoy
bad.
it. No,
I
enjoyed
love it personally.
Which
But,
was the point. It's like, you don't. This movie does not have. Let's point this out right here. This movie does not have to be great to be enjoyable.
Okay.
You know, just point that out because it's like whatever.
It like didn't destroy the franchise like how Batman and Robin did for Batman or whatever. You know, like they could have just made a sequel.
Batman and Robin destroyed the franchise because it went full neon.
Oh my god.
Which this trailer is full neon.
Illuminati confirmed. But they could have just made a sequel actually, and I think that would have gotten a lot more people on board.
It would have. Well, isn't there supposedly a rumor about they're doing an all male Ghostbusters movie?
There was some sort of rumor about Dan Aykroyd was talking about how there was going to be another male centered Ghostbusters team with Channing Tatum and Chris Star-Lord.
You know, bang on that. We don't want to.
Chris Star-Lord.
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt, thank you.
Yeah.
I love him too. That's
Yeah, he's great.
I forgot him.
Which it's like the problem with that is
There's
now
a
it's
lot.
gonna what?
There's
Yeah,
a lot of problems with
because now it's gonna be like, oh, the man-childs couldn't handle an all-female cast Ghostbusters, so now to pander and coddle them, their masculinity that's been severed, we're gonna make them a movie. That's the problem. So it's like and it has more to do with the social climate right now, where everyone's just stupid, where everyone defines
so oversensitive.
Yeah, everyone's
It's
oversensitive.
ridiculous.
Everyone defines everything based on your skin color, your ethnicity, if you're a male, if you're a female, if you're transgender, whatever. It's like, you can't just be a dick. You have to be a dick because you are a certain ethnic group, or you're a racist, or it's like, no, you're a dick because you're a dick. You know, so that's the problem now. So it's like, this movie could be good. All female cast is fine. But the way they're portraying this movie, not so much. Like, I just watched Creed, like, the other day, and it was fantastic. That was the perfect embodiment of how to make a new franchise, like, for the modern climate. And Creed is a sequel to, like, Rocky Balboa. It acknowledges the original movies. It's not disregarding them. And it creates its own identity. You have Creed's son shows up. And it basically follows the original Rocky movie. But again, it's a different character, different, like, modern times, different feel, still acknowledges the originals. Has, you know, Rocky, you know, Sylvester Stallone's in it, did a great performance, mind you. Oh my gosh. Fantastic performance for him from that movie. It was a passing of the torch. And it's like, you are your own person. You are your own movie. Here you go. Run with it. You acknowledge the legacy of what you're doing, and you are making it your own. That's how you do these things. This movie, no, not so much. But again, I won't know until the movie's actually out.
Star Wars did it too. Episode 7.
Oh yeah,
They had a lot of the
but
same
that's how-
beats
but that's
as
how
episode
it's-
4.
Yeah, but that's also still the same franchise, and specifically a sequel to extend the original story, in which Creed was.
Yeah.
And Ghostbusters isn't. Like, they
Right,
could
but
have.
But at the same time, they could have taken that sort of formula.
Mhm.
And but if you actually look though, they did, because they have the 3 scientists, the one black person who's not a scientist, or maybe is.
Right, but there's no tie to the original universe. Is the
Right,
point.
but I mean, like, they're trying to honor some of those beats
in
but,
slapstick way.
But it's just
It's
like
not funny humor. It's very, it's very cliche things. It's basically each one of these people being themselves. Kristen Wiig's playing Kristen Wiig. Melissa McCarthy's playing Melissa McCarthy. I don't know a lot about Kate McKinnon other than she's cute, and she's probably the character I'm going to enjoy the most out of that movie. And Leslie Jones, I've seen some of her stuff on SNL, but it's like, that's what it is. It's like these people, it's basically a great example of any time they get celebrities to do voiceover in, like, Pixar Disney movies.
Mm-hmm.
They're playing themselves.
Yeah, that's true.
That's all they are. They're playing. It's like Chris Rock was like, Chris Rock goes in, plays Chris Rock, and he gets paid for it. He gets $1 million.
Except for Mike Myers plays Mike Myers, but with Scotch accent. That's,
Right. That's
which
basically
I guess
it.
is kind of Mike Myers.
It's kind of like that.
Finish your thought first.
Yeah. So it's like, I want this movie to be good. I will see this movie because if I shut off my analytical brain, I could probably go in and enjoy the movie. But with my analytical brain on and growing up with the original Ghostbusters, I'm going to compare it to that, because you can't say this is a Ghostbusters movie. We're going to remix the theme, try and honor the original and expect people to come in here not comparing it to the original movie. And I'm very disappointed with how people are reacting to this film. You know, you have the people that talk intelligently about this and say, okay, well, here's my problems with it. Then you have the people like, oh, this is why women are weak. Women can't do this. It's like, shut up. That's not the problem.
I'm gonna share the thing that I tagged you with on Facebook.
Oh, God.
I was watching several YouTube reviews on the trailer, and I scrolled down and I saw this most excellent comment that somebody wrote, and I quote: "A feminist on Twitter told me that every down like was perpetuating the patriarchy and rape culture. I said, it's true. This film has no dick." She blocked me. So I saved that and I tagged some of my friends on Facebook with it. And I feel like that's hitting a huge issue's nail on the head, is that it's just, the trailer was underwhelming. You should be allowed to like or not like something without being labeled as anything, because labels perpetuate labels.
Yep, but they don't understand that concept. It's like, we want equality, but we want you to segregate us and say that we're more special than other people. It's like, no, that's not equality. Yeah. But yeah, that's what this is. It's like, you don't like the trailer, so you are misogynistic, and you're perpetuating rape culture. It's like, yeah,
which is going super fucking far.
Yeah, it's like, you are the problem. So again, Ghostbusters, did you see the trailer? You most likely did. For the one person listening to this podcast that's coming out of absolutely nowhere.
Probably me.
Yeah, probably you. It's like, did you see the trailer? Did you enjoy the trailer? Did you did you not like the trailer?
Actually, you don't have to answer any of those questions, because we know the answer is no. You
hate it. I have a lot of friends who like the trailer.
Well, then they're stupid, and I don't like them.
It's not about them being stupid.
Also,
it's
I hate women.
Yes, we know you
Fuck
hate
vaginas. Literally and metaphorically. Fuck vaginas.
It's gonna be one of those, isn't it? But, like...
You agreed to do this. You know what you were getting into.
Yeah, but I'm the one editing the audio.
You keep that in. That's comedy gold. They should have put a line like that in the trailer movie. Would have seen everybody.
But again, it's like, I actually enjoyed the trailer the first time I watched it. I didn't hate it. I enjoyed it. Second time I watched it, analytical brain came on. Also probably helped that I wasn't really awake when I first watched it. And then watching it more just made me like, okay, there's problems, but I'll wait till it comes out. Like, same thing with Batman vs. Superman. First trailer came out, this looks cool. Second one is like, you told too much, now I'm doubting you. Third trailer, wow, Batman actually looks like he's fighting awesomely. I want to see this movie. So trailers tell a narrative that producers want to be shown. So it could be good, it could be shit, we don't know, but it's not going to be as good as the original one, because the trailer showed the type of comedy they're going for and the type of atmosphere they're going for. And it's a comedy with Ghostbusters on there instead of a dramedy, basically, which is what the original one was, I think. It was a drama comedy.
It was,
maybe not dramedy, but maybe it was just like a...
Like a horror comedy?
Yeah, like a
this
horror
one's
comedy.
More like action comedy.
This one's more... it's more blatantly action comedy. Which works for some people, but for Ghostbuster fans, that's not why people liked it. People didn't like Ghostbusters because it was a bunch of people just busting ghosts and shit like that. They liked it for the story. They liked it for the character interaction.
There's this really good rule of comedy. Basically, you do either one of two things. You either take normal people and put them in crazy situations, or you take crazy people and put them in normal situations. Yeah. Those are usually the two rules. So that's another reason why, again, we talked about this before, though, Ghostbusters was so successful, because they were a little eccentric, but you could see people like that in real life. Winston, Ray, our friend Joe is Ray Stantz. He's a big kid. He gets excited about things. Our friend Jeff Monet is literally Harold Ramis. He sounds like him. He looks like him. He's got his dry wit. He's hysterical. Peter Venkman he's the skeptic of the group, the kind of sort of like roguish ladies man type dude, and
which is odd because Bill Murray's not really that attractive.
No, but he's got that charisma though. Yeah, he's probably getting his pee-pee wet like 24/7. Honestly, don't edit it out. Don't. You were talking most of the time. I have to be memorable somehow. Okay.
That's all right. You'll eventually develop a personality for this. We'll be fine.
This is my personality.
Yeah,
it's over the top. Okay. Yes, I'm a dick. And my type is not seen in the new Ghostbusters movie. There's no dicks at all, literally.
Well,
that was
there's-
another thing I wanted to say is I love how I'm gonna sound like such a douche. Okay, the women they're very lovely women. They are okay, but like I love how they get Chris fucking Hemsworth in there, so they can
There's
have eye
potential.
candy, but like for women, and
Well, let
I mean,
them
for
have
me
it.
too, though,
Let's
'cause
be
Chris Hemsworth. I mean, come on,
let's be honest. It's like
Thor.
it's
Lift my
they're due because women are treated mainly as objects.
No,
in
I know,
Hollywood.
I know, I
So
know.
it's like
And-
it's fine. They
No,
can
it's-
have
it is, but like I mean, like if they were gonna do that, then why not just go for? If it really was equality, then the receptionist role, the male receptionist role, should have been just another average-looking person, right? It's true equality. So
I mean, whatever.
it doesn't really bother me.
I mean, Annie Potts wasn't really hot.
in two, dude, in two though, in two, she's got the crystal ball between her legs and everything. I was like, oh god, I think I was only like 6 or 7. Never mind.
Anyway, so personality-wise, he's the dick. I'm the rational one.
I love my job.
I'm the empathetic one, actually. That's where it goes. But yeah, Ghostbusters. It could be good. We'll give it a chance. I'll
Again,
give it
I'm
a
not.
chance.
I'm not gonna.
He's
I
gonna
will,
not bother.
because I know I'll hate it.
Yeah.
I mean, like I will give it a chance, but I'm not giving it my money. I'll wait for it to come out on Netflix or something,
Right.
or we wouldn't pirate it. We would never do
No.
anything like that. We're never ever. We're civilized gentlemen.
Right.
We'd never do that.
But we will probably, or though
Probably
we
do
might, I might drag you to it.
I'm not.
Just
I'm
so we
not-
can do-
oh, okay. You got to pay for me then.
It's,
I'm not
it's
paying
a,
for
it's
that.
it's a job now.
I'm not paying for it. I'm not paying
It's
for
a
it.
job.
Then I'm sneaking in. Whatever, dude.
Dude, I
you-
got you into Batman v Superman screening.
Are we allowed to say that?
I'm probably gonna edit it out
Can
anyway.
we do a podcast of that? I guess we can do a podcast of that.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Don't edit it out. Just whatever.
Yeah. So,
Don't edit anything. This is gold. It's absolute gold.
well, it's not to edit certain things. That was fine. So yeah. Oh god.
You could edit that.
Yeah, that'll be edited. So yeah, that's this first attempt at a podcast. That'll be. I'm not gonna say how often this will be done.
Was it almost an hour?
Almost 30 minutes.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
So yeah, this is what we're gonna be doing. It's a thing where it's basically just friends talking about bullshit, talking about games, especially like Destiny and what Bungie's doing to fuck that game up.
That'll be another one.
Because we play Destiny often, or just other movies that are coming out, or talking about like Flash and Arrow and what's going wrong with that, and just reviews of episodes and stuff and story arcs and
what's going right and what's going wrong.
right. Exactly.
Basically,
And
if
then,
it's right, it's Flash, and if it's wrong, it's Arrow.
well, Flash has been hit or miss. Lately.
Yeah.
But again, so that's basically so each podcast will focus on like a certain topic and whatnot. And if you like us, then you can follow us, subscribe to us. Where I decide where I'm posting this, probably be on YouTube. There probably will be an iTunes podcast link. So yeah, that's that's it. Thanks for listening and listening to us ramble about bullshit and about how we hate women. Apparently, well, he does. I don't.
Totally
So-
hate them.
So thanks for listening and see you next time.
Nerdgasm out.